I have this quote here. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Healing the mental body. Let me read that again. Maybe I can memorize it. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. You cannot change that, so let it go. The courage to change the things I can. Action, action, action. And the wisdom to know the difference. Somebody said that is everything for healing the mental body. So mental body number 8, healing the mental body. I already did this video, and it was awful. I kept fumbling every single word, every other word. One sentence, one teaching, one check box, and it was a fumble. Bumble. Bleh. Word vomit. And it's happening right now again. Why? Somebody says, because that's part of the lesson. All right, let's start with item number 1, to-do lists. Okay. There's something dysfunctional within the month. I hate myself because I already did this video and I fumbled every word, and now I'm fumbling every word again. So why? Let's put our first metal grafting on our body and the dragon tail, with it wrapping around our brain and into our spine. That was part of the issues we were bringing up, though. Fumbling of the words. Because what happens when you are in a public presentation mode and the words cannot come out of your mouth in an appropriate way within an appropriate time? What it does to your brain is psychological trauma. I just lost them. It's like being Misty Copeland in the middle of a rehearsal. Nope. On stage in front of an entire audience, and then falls, takes a spill. There's another word for it. Oh, missing words. That's the other part of the teaching. That's the other part of the teaching. Takes a spill. That's an awful way to say it. I know there's another better way to say it. Okay, so it's the same exact video and the exact same presentation, and I'm making the exact same mistakes, and I just cannot help myself. So that's the teaching. The words will not flow through, and I'll be mentally attached to the better way of saying Misty Copeland ate it on stage, and then she ate it again, and then just one fill after the next. Oh wait, that's fill? It was supposed to be fall, where she gets embarrassed. And then mentally, you cannot cope with it, and you must move forward. The show will go on. And you must recope and repair. And that is the actual healing we will be bringing into our body. How do you do the appropriate self-repair when you just... Somebody said, kick the can. That's not the word. When you just bombed. You just got sucker punched by yourself. And there's nothing like it. How do you do the in the moment repair work and keep your audience going, but feel self-confident that you saved the day? where you glossed over it and it was somehow totally part of the plan. That's the only way from all, yeah, like when an actor forgets their line and then they make up something else and then they make it part of the show or the rehearsal. So there's an improvisational healing that needs to take place. So you work off the moment, in the now, in reality. So you make your fumble part of your presentation or teaching instead of pretend that it didn't happen. So like if Misty Copeland ate it on stage, she might make that part of the ballet where she ate it again on purpose and then made a little like with her partner, and then she has an issue. And so then it is coagulated into the entire show where she doesn't look like an asshole. And she looks like she's humble about what actually happened. And it's still funny. So you gotta use humor. There's no way to not use humor in this scenario. That's why almost all improv is based off of humor. Because it's humor is tragedy. Humor, tragedy. Humor, tragedy. Self-repair. I made 500 verbal mistakes in the last 5 minutes. And I just calculated another one right now. Hesitation, looking for the word. It's a mind game. And it's a minefield, even being able to talk to somebody. So how do you do it well? How do you teach a class where you're not like saying like every other word? Or or dead space. Self-repair. We're going to put on that goo. And then we're coating it with pearlescent, cummy intelligence. And then the proper communications charm. How about my brain needs to heal itself from the psychological trauma I created on myself. So that's the next metal grafting that we will encase over our body. And the tail. And then we're going to coat it with like a bisque creamy pie filling. And then coat it with peaches. self-repair. There's also the looking for the appropriate word charm. So that's the next grafting with the next charm that needs to be put onto your body. I would put a Petri dish petroleum gel and then pour on that find the appropriate word charm. When we live in the now, all conversations are unrehearsed. So how do you steal the moment? By being the moment. Where you're not cycling through a conversation in your head 5 days before you even have that one-on-one with your boss so you can get like attention or ascendio in the corporate ladder. No. Even just working with a healing client or a student putting on an 8-hour class presentation. Some of you guys are actors or wannabe. You need that talent. How about trying to impress that guy that you know is a total douchebag, but you definitely want him to be blown away by you? And you don't want it to be about your psychic ability or your, I'm a magician. You want it to be like, boom, 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 ninja punch instead. With your words, you have a cutting retort to everything that is said. You are whip smart, cunning, and you don't fumble when the moment comes and is given to you. You don't get on stage and pee your pants. Break down, freeze in terror, shut down, all words are lost. Cat got your tongue. Yeah, somebody's giving me that one. You look like Ginny Weasley. I cannot talk. I have nothing to say. So even though you have 10 years worth to discuss. Okay. To-do lists. There's something to be said about our to-do lists in life. Today, this. Tomorrow, this. This week, this, and then 3 things get done. Seriously. So for me, my self-repair is not needing to laugh so much at my own idiocy. It's just because I'm so alone so much of the time. And then I'm also laughing with Lucifer or Charlie in the backdrop. to-do lists. So the big thing with to-do lists is that everybody overschedules. Eris says times 10. They overschedule times 10. So we need a to-do list healing. A right action or undersell level to-do list. Put that metal grafting on through your tailbone, through your buttocks, into your spine, plugged into your brain. It's not just that, is it? It's the freaking out about your to-do lists. But it's also this. I'm going to create to-do lists in my brain that I refuse to acknowledge or admit that I have, and I will never write them down because I hate the idea of to-do lists for infinity. So everything takes up real estate in my mind that I should be using to a better purpose. And then I forget 5 things. Because I didn't write down my to-do list because I'm against to-do lists. It's a psychosis. That's a drama. That's a big, big drama cycle. So right action to-do lists. Appropriate schedule to-do lists. Undersell, over-deliver to-do lists. Short-term, long-term, infinite-term to-do lists. We're going to put that Petri dish gel, goo, and then we're going to have these little octahedrons that are red on the metal grafting at each intersect, and they are popping up and off of the intersects of the metal grafting. Inside the Petri goo. Okay, next. Baby in the bathwater filters. I really want to take Kabbalah, but I don't like that one thing that Kali Ren said. So I'm going to bypass her entire class because she has one sense of reality that I do not agree with. So I miss out completely. Even if she would change my life by 90% or more, that is of service. And then I never get my A&R marks and I never ascend above the wheel because I didn't like that one thing that she said. Now this is also knowing the difference between the baby and the bathwater filter. Put on that metal grafting. And we're going to have a maturity charm congeal into a petri dish goo. Baby in the bathwater filters. I can take a class and not give my soul away to the person presenting materia. I can read Yogananda's book and not subscribe to Yogananda being my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I can receive all the wisdom and all the beauty and all the downloads. I'm going to make sure all those charms start pooping out through the bottom of my tail. Make sure they're flowing all the way through. The next metal grafting. Not letting others in. Some of you are like, you have to let people in. There should be no such thing as boundaries. And then you get knife raped by your master guru for 9 months. Not letting others in is actually a very mature thing. Nobody on this planet is A&R marked. Nobody's done the proper level of anti-evil paperwork. Zero. Nobody's cleaned out the clippeth yet. Everybody has lower selves and shadow that's unreconciled and unaccounted for. And nobody's producing miracles and handing away money for free. With no strings attached other than get your A&R marks. You guys are finally at the place where we're gonna really get over ourselves now. Not letting others in. It's like Mother Earth trusting a bunch of spiritualists that are gonna actually go cut down trees so they can write a bunch of grids. Yeah, you can steal from my planet. And then eat meat 5 meals a day until you guys are all obese and dying of cancer, even though you're master cancer healers. Not letting others in. So to me, this is a greenish, dark, blacky, green dragon. Excuse me. A greenish black dragon skin around the metal grafting and through the tail. And it has this raspberry goo paste. Toothpaste goo glue. Fluff. And there are a few layers of it. Not letting Slytherins in, not letting liars in, not letting vampires in, not letting anyone in. My sister is a pathological liar. I'm a queen. I'm gonna get married. You gotta come to my wedding. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Da 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 da. I know everything about everything. I am a very good actress. I'm at this. I'm at that. Okay. Come to my kid's party. Come to this. Come to that. And so it just sucks every inch of your soul dry, even buying into one fallacy she has to present. Because her marriage is based off of gold digging or fame whore. Her kids are archangels. So I'll do that. But I don't want to show up like Auntie Ray Ray's gonna play Stepford wife, upper middle class white suburbia normality. Lie, lie, lie. Do not pass hode. More lies. Ooh, yay. Upper middle class white people issues drama all day long. Oh my God. I don't want to hear about the problem with your babysitter. More lies, more lies. Oh, look, the dishes in the sink aren't done every single time I show up. The trash can is always overflowing. Yet somehow she is the queen of the universe and has no time to listen to anything or any advice I have to offer ever. Nothing. So if I have problem solving to add into her repertoire, she shuts me down, but it makes me listen to her. Every single time. And it's a completely unequal exchange of intelligence or unenlightenment. Period. So never let those people in. Ever. They will finagle you, swindle you, and then screw you. They will make you work for free and then never really give you the credit or the money or the equal exchange that is ever due. They will use you, exploit you, and then spit you out, even if they're your family, just so they can have attention and be the right one. So that is a narcissist times a billion. My little sister is also a narcissist, but this is the difference between the two. My little sister goes, I know I'm a narcissist. Look at my Twitter. No, what is it? Look at my Instagram. It's all like picture of her, another picture of her with yoga, another picture of her with high heels and makeup, another picture of her. I know I'm a narcissist. And there's somewhat of a genuine, sweet sincerity about it, even though she is totally a vapid narcissist. But she's also a lawyer. So she has both. She's got that Gebera and the nutsack. So she can ascendio herself out of her narcissism with hard work and good boundaries and moral authority and higher levels of divine justice. She's completely irresponsible with children, though, because she's a narcissist. All right. Not letting others in. Does everybody understand? You don't want to let me into your life? Totally fine. I don't want to let you guys into mine either. Are any of you guys marked yet? Any? I'm going to go move in with Kelly. I'll let her in because she's going to go get her marks faster than anyone. She already did 1,000 pages. Man. Putting my ick into the lava. Okay, so we all have ick. Traumas from fumbling our words, all our jerk-off issues still that are repressed traumas or ick. Fears that we're afraid we're going to manifest but aren't going to manifest because we took care of them. Fears that we're still afraid will manifest. We all have ick. We have past and how we appear in the past or how we appear because of our past. That's the worst one. Sorry. Just the fact that I shut down and I start laughing is part of my ick. I need to throw it. I need to throw that ick into the lava. And be better at presentation mode. I need to undersell and overdeliver on literally every... God, this is impossible. Every single word, every single sucker punch, every single... What's the word? I missed it. I missed out on that moment. Delivery. Throw my ick into the lava, buddy. Put on your metal grafting. The other ick was like star popping through my body for these last 9 months. Because I'm in Clippeth. Because I exist. It's totally fine that she's popping through my body and then not answering one of my phone calls. Or responding to one email. Throwing my ick into the lava. But because I sit at the bottom of the Clippeth, apparently I'm asking for it. Like I'm asking for Star to stab me every day because I'm sitting at the bottom of the Clippeth. Or emanate into me. Like that's totally acceptable. So all the parts of me that are not dracarysing her every single day until she's gone needs to be thrown into the lava. And the fact that I cannot sound like Daenerys with a death stare and I have too much irreverent chit-chat and I have too much humor surrounding all of it is part of my ick. And it's a twofold issue. I need that irreverent, lighthearted humor so I can self-heal the issues and the trauma surrounding everything. But I also need the death stare and the severity and the deep reverence that comes and emanates forward so that I can go Dracarys and that is gone. So we're going to put a red, orange, yellow carnelian charm, lava carnelian charm. That's the texture of goo around our grafting. Let me tell you something about circus class for 5 seconds. It is very fun to do the beginning classes, and you're all lighthearted and cheery and laughing, and everybody is enjoying their social time with each other, and it's just playground. That's the Acro 101. Where you're learning how to do a cartwheel and then you fall and everything's funny. Okay. When you do advanced acro, and you do a round off back handspring back flip, and then you kick your instructor in the face because you couldn't stop laughing, it's not funny. Or you fall and you break your leg or your arm, that's not funny. And the same thing goes with spirituality. When everything is beginner level, everything's lighthearted and playful and funny and tea-ready. But the minute you get any kind of sense of advancement, it is ground, center, and in the zone. Work time. I am above Tiferet. And there's a balance that needs to happen. But you need to know the energy of both. And you need to have a sense of discernment around which is which and where is the appropriate one. So putting my ick into the lava, that's part of it. I'm going to tell you, there would be days I'd go to circus class and I'd be chit-chatting, socializing. And I'd be cracking jokes and everybody would be laughing and it'd be fun and enjoyable. This was in the advanced class. And that's the day I did the worst. Those were the days I would do awful. And the way that I knew that this was an awful way to exist was when I would show up in total zone mode, never talk to anybody, and every single time I tried to do any kind of move, I'd be on the money. Because I was centered. I am here to make sure that I do not injure myself. Instead of my energy floundering in air instead of fire and earth. Lucifer is very good at breaking up the energy and making it doable to move forward. And Charlie is very good at calming and grounding. Lucifer can go there, but that's not his forte. I was talking about our dragons. Let's do another metal graft around us. On top of that goo. Make sure that previous goo is pooping through the tail. And the new metal graft plugs into your brain and into your spine. And then maybe you get the razor blades in your spine. Putting my dragon's ick into the lava. So when I have my ick in the lava, I can see more clearly the needs or the imbalances of my own dragons. Oh, Lucy has too much knife ripe still that we have to do 5 more pages for. Aura levels, fine. But I can also do it energetically. Because when you're connected as a dragon fae to your dragons, a lot of your mental body is intertwined with the messages that they are giving to you, so that it influences you on a daily level all day long. So the less ick they have, the better you work. Somebody's saying, knowing the difference between your ick and the dragon's ick also. Yeah. It helps when you write your pages and then you can discern the difference between what you hold and what your dragons hold. So, okay, the next one. Oh, putting my dragon's ick into the lava. We're gonna do a green charm. Mint cream. Green fluff. All right, next metal grafting layer. The truth. Symbolic logic and truth charm. I know that is true, and I know that is not true. I also know that that might be true, but I cannot negate it nor affirm it. So I need to seek and investigate. I also need to learn how to calculate truth. So I receive data. I need to know how to appropriate that data through my brain and through my mental filter system to go A plus B equals C. Okay, so Simon goes, you shut down the internet. No. It's your energy that you put off. There is a very severe disconnect when you do cause and effect like it's truth and it's not truth. So the internet company shut down and then it happens at the same time that I am in a fight with him. And so he appropriates A equals B. Like those people don't go into Tiferet. Now, what's appropriate? What happened to the internet? I'm going to seek for the answer. I am not afraid of the idea that maybe she has the energy to take out the internet, but maybe the internet company also just shut down for the night, maybe for 4 hours. And that's okay. My mother did this to me all the time. Oh, the laundry machine has a million scratches on it. You did it. With your laziness and your jeans. And then I look, and it looks like 10 to 15 years of wear and tear that my mother just decided to see that day. And not from 4 months of me living there with jeans, maybe or maybe not touching the top of the laundry machine. Like, this is why the whales are stuck in a box, is people with their psycho brains. I can beat the shit out of you now because you destroyed my laundry machine. And then there's that. And then the licensing around the emotional abuse and physical abuse and toxicity within the home because of the mental dysfunct. Oh my God. Or wait, Star telling me that I'm a murderer. I can knife rape you because you murdered that guy. Those people get confessed off the planet. They are reptiles that cannot pass code. And violent ones at that. Oh, Goodney never sexually harassed you, ever. Okay. So there are huge issues. And then, wait. Collie Run's just a liar because that's all I've ever known. So I don't even know how to seek for the truth. Maybe she is just, every single word out of her mouth is just a lie because I am, and that's all I can perceive in reality. I don't even know what it's like to be around an honest person because I'm not. These are serious issues. And that is not an understatement. All right. Mental grafting. We're going to put a petroleum jelly and then hode bubbles. But also glittery orange spheres that expand and sparkle through your tail in the petroleum jelly. So your brain needs to be seeking for truth instead of creating a lie. So I'm going to create lies all day long is a demon. You need to do an inventory of all the lies you may or may not be creating in life, and you're going to have to throw that ick into the lava. And it's hard, I know. But I'm going to tell you something. It's harder covering up one lie with another lie with another lie. Oh, that story mismatches that lie, so now I have to recalculate something here, and I cannot remember anything I ever said. Now I have Elijah Wood, the guy that doesn't even know anything about himself. Through, like, any timeline. Seeking truth layer. If you muscle test that, it's pretty strong as a yes in the bottom of the clippeth, but it's also the last 13 years of my life. And if he was such a genius, I wouldn't be in this mess. I know that's true. Oh, man. That's how you start finding truths, though. Hard truths that are impossible to prove. You do logical deduction, and you find out really intelligent ways to calculate honesty around generic issues that are definitely facts. It's a very intelligent, important form of mentalism. Those were not the words. Those were not the words that I wanted to use, but whatever. Okay. So now we have our seeking truth layer. Next, metal graft. Making space for meaningful. I'm fumbling my words again. I went from not fumbling my words to fumbling my words, and I do not know why. So I need that self-repair bubble. Something's coming out of my left brain. I'm gonna put it on this metal graft. Nice save, Collieren. Yeah. Making space for meaningful relationships and love connections. So, your relationships can only be as good as the truth. You not letting others in to destroy you or steamroll you. We're going to put on a petroleum jelly on this one. And we're going to poop this stuff out of our tail from the last one. Making space for meaningful relationships and love connections. And this is where I say, Lucifer is my dragon king. And I look around the physical world and I go, who do I want to talk to? Who will actually do their A&R marks work? Who would like to engage in conversations surrounding my Kabbalah program or the entire upgrade of a genetic species into the Adam Cadman race? Kelly. I'll make a meaningful relationship with Kelly. We'll get there. For the rest of you, we will get there. But we all might be so broken and abused and neglected that we are wounded. And we had no space to begin with. But now we're going to start making space. And we're going to put on this purpley blue charm. Coat it down. It's like cyan mixed with purple. And it glitters. It sparkles. My soulmate friends. Or family. Okay. Next is meaningful licensing. It's okay if Kalaran fumbles her words. She has things that are of value. They are of value. The message she's trying to deliver actually means more than the ability that she has to deliver it. So I'm sorry, but that's the reality of the scenario. So there is a meaningful licensing that you need to have. So licensing is this. I am on a health kick. I'm going to have all healthy food right now. I'm going to take care of my body right now. Okay, me and my friend are going to go to the donut store. I'm going to the donut store with my friend. Boundary drop. Just right there, okay? Because I'm with my friend, I'm good. I look at 500 donuts. Oh, if I only have one donut is totally good. That's the healthy choice. So now our boundaries went from here to here. Licensing. So we make all these different calculations in our brain all day long by creating inappropriate context agreements. Oh, because there's one donut next to 500 donuts. It's totally fine for us to have that one donut. And our brain and our body isn't going to scream diabetes after we have it. Because there's only one. Even though we know we need to actually lose like 30 pounds and we're overweight. But it felt good. So we just lied to ourselves times 100. Maybe 1,000. So that's licensing. My brain licenses what I'm allowed to do in a very lying dogma way. And that's the fall of humanity, actually, to be fair. Everyone judges themselves next to their friends or their social circle that they fit into instead of the mathematical accurate version. So this is just even how I think about my own words. I might have the best Kabbalah program online right now, but I am fumbling every other word and I do not know what I'm about to say. And so it is not actually masterful, but it might be masterful in context agreement compared to everybody else. And the comparative value of mine versus theirs is much higher, but it's very low because the bar is up here. So our level of expectation about what we're supposed to present or deliver is slated against a false quota. Okay, so then there's a certain amount of meaningful licensing which we need to be able to have. Oh, that person has this, this, and this, and that means more than that, that, and that. After they get A&R marked. Or they're in the process of getting their A&R marks. And they're stable and consistent. Got it? Okay. So, meaningful licensing charm. Pour it on. Make sure that volcanoes through the bottom of the tail. This equates to Lucifer's cheap versus not cheap teachings. A lot. If something is priceless, but it might look cheap, then it's still priceless. This is like buying a fake cubic zirconian ring for somebody that you're telling fuck you to. Do you get it? Oh, you're not worth a diamond, so I'm definitely not going to buy one. That segues into our next space, which is the truth and fuck you pie. Here's the truth and fuck you. So we definitely need that for ourselves and definitely for others. Because if we can accept it in ourselves, then we can do it to others with ease and grace and a perfect delivery. Cut them down, take them out, one shot to the head. Pfft, done. It's like the first time Lucifer called me dragon meat. Or Dino Star comes in and goes, I'm a princess, turn around. That. They are unforgettable. Here is the truth and fuck you. Okay. Put on your metal grafting. My left brain says, I don't want to do anymore because I'm still a muggle. Even after last night. So last night we did this video. And it was the muggle pie. And that was the goop we put on Here's the Truth and Fuck You pie. You're a muggle. And then I look at all the potentiality. If I was a real witch with real mastery, then the amount that I could get done and what I could do is explosive and very exciting. So I know I'm definitely a muggle because I have all these things on my to-do list or hit list or things I want to do list, and I'm not doing them. Believe me. So I'm still a muggle. Here's the truth, and fuck you. And it's okay to be a muggle. As long as you're, like, honest and humble about it. Just that. I don't want to say, like, I don't want to sound like that. That's a muggle to me. I want to be cutting or funny and a perfect response. An unhindered flow of words coming from my mouth. Where I can see the script in my brain and it matches to the muscles in my lungs, in my diaphragm, in my vocal cords, and my lips as the words pop out. I'm a muggle pot. I don't know what to do with this other than just accept it. And then raise the question, how do I not be a muggle? And maybe it will take another 9 months, just like it took 9 months to clean out the Clippeth out of knife rape. So I'm definitely not a muggle there. Kinda. Like, I can do nothing. I can barely do a push-up, and I cannot do a pull-up. Somebody said, oh my god, you're pathetic, Collie Wren. I know. But that's the way it is. I will get to be I will get to do a pull-up, but I need to go to a gym where there are those guides. Those 45 pounds of weight resistance help. So I'm only lifting up half of my weight, and then I can do it and I can make myself stronger. Yeah. But I got to do it, and I got to do it over and over and over again. All right. I can do girl push-ups. I'll get back to boy push-ups in about 6 months. We'll see. Here's the truth, and fuck you. That's the whole point. So my brain doesn't freak out about the fact that I have severe mental and emotional inadequacies to even be able to speak, much less the ability to do a push-up. Okay, so there's that. That's an issue. If I created a drama surrounding it, around my own inadequacies, then I would have a severe mental problem. That's like an obese person blaming their obesity on DNA instead of all their daily choices of all the food they put in their mouths, or the inability to go for a walk 3 hours a day, or do yoga, or anything other than stuff their face with potato chips, or miscalculate how many calories they actually put in their gullet. Oh wait, we didn't really do a liver cleanse, but we pretended to. Got it? Here's the truth, and fuck you. So when you calculate the truth and you can accept it, and all the bitterness surrounding it, then maybe you can move forward. Okay, next mental body. My mental bodies are fried. Fried tells. It says my mental bodies are fried tells. There is a really bad and funny joke here, but it's kind of an issue, isn't it? My mental bodies are fried. Can you tell? I can't even type out the appropriate word. I can't even say bodies versus Bumble. My mental bodies are fried. So they're doing this. Jolts. We're going to put on goo. This happens a lot with HOD, especially when you run fire and air energy. A lot. So you're communicating a lot and using your brain at very fast speed, fast. I need to do this. I need to say this. I need to do this. Okay, fried. I need to send this email and say this. And ooh, I am a boot camp instructor after work. Fried. Okay, HOD. That's all HOD. Mercury, mercurial, all next to the sun. Fried. When we go through HOD, I get cravings for fried chicken. And that's God's fuck you. Telling me, you are nothing but a fried chicken. You lack all courage and you're fried. Man. Because courage is at Gabora, not at HOD. And that's just the first sphere on the pillar of severity. That's not even Gabora. And it's definitely not Bina. Man. You lost the moment by wanting to regurgitate the moment. Yeah, same thing. Okay. The fried chicken body. Let's put our metal grafting on and then pour on the chicken fat. My mental bodies are fried. So heal the fried mental bodies issue. Charm. Okay. The next. We're going to go ahead and put on a tighter metal grafting. If the metal mesh cubes were this big, now they're this big. 1 centimeter versus an inch. Maybe a half a centimeter. Tightly woven into your brain and neural system, poking into your spine. The endurance body. Somebody is saying, oh my God, you were just knife raped for 9 months and you're focused on the way you deliver your words. Yeah. The endurance body. This is the mental body component that makes you deal with issues for the long haul. Big issues. Issues that you cannot solve overnight or even within a week or a month. Maybe not even a year. Maybe these are issues that last for a lifetime. A kid who has no eyesight. A broken twin flame relationship you'll never fix. So these are the issues. Me having to deal with Star every single day, screaming for help and no one will respond. And it's up to me and me alone to write a grid. So big issues for the long run. Not just one grid, a grid a day. And then another day, and another day. Oh wait, 5 months later, I need to do another grid. And another grid a day, and another grid a day, and then another grid. Oh wait, say it's 7 months later. 9 months later. Another grid a day, another one, and another one. Oh look, Khaleesi doesn't burn out. She's still doing this Kabbalah program. She doesn't start a Kabbalah program and then go, boop, like a charter school. I've lasted longer in this Kabbalah program than most charter schools could even dream of. Pop-up schools. I definitely have been teaching longer than most. Charter school. Yep, we lost our funding. 2 years later, the school's collapsed. Oh, we're gonna do the whales issue. Oh, 3 months later, I'm bored. No progress. Tap out. Something in my acting class was John Ruskin's an old guy, an old dude, and he's bringing in these old actors, and they are lovely people. They are not like the Hollywood starlets of today. They are well-seasoned, well-educated, working actors in the business, and they're very knowledgeable and humble and wise and beautiful souls. There's something about their demeanor. If you stick with the business, the acting business, because you really love it and you're part of it for the long haul, then you'll always have an acting gig, especially as a elder adult. There will always be a part. You know, where there'll never be enough parts for the star of the show, who's the young sex appeal. But the 50 roles beside them need to be filled always with well-seasoned, very talented character actors, which is what acting was supposed to be to begin with. Talented, mature, shows up to work on time, knows their lines, is there to get the job done. And it's fun. It's more fun with them than the celebrities. They make the best teachers. They make the best mentors. And they don't get drunk and then show up to work the next day hungover with big baggy eyes because they're a coke addict. The endurance body. The same thing goes with the spiritual world business. If you stick to it, you'll get good. We're going to pour on this phthalo green goop. It's gel. It's kind of like the phthalo green goop mixed with the Petri gel, and it congeals like a fat around your grafting. The endurance body. God, give me the strength to do this every day for the long haul. And the ability to wrap my head around it. I call it the dragon body also. Charlie never wavers. 5 years in, Charlie's the same today as Charlie was 4 years ago. Improved, more knowledgeable, cleaner, more masterful. Thank God for the dragons. They don't tap out because they get bored. We're going to paint on another layer of the gel, but it's darker and thicker, more like the coating of nail polish or raspberry jam, or a mix between the two. But that darker phthalo green. And make sure your dragon tail poops it all out. And it's going to poop out a lot of stuff. All your commitment issues, all your Mother Mary bullshit. It's going to poop out the issues. I have to be Mother Mary instead of Mother Andromeda. Mother Gaebera. Even if I don't survive. Okay. We have 3 more layers. Let's go. The next is plateaus. So I'm 40 years old and I have the same workout routine that I had when I was 20, and I have not really gotten better. So there's something to do with my brain around doing more work or better work. I'm at this level and I was at this level 20 years ago. But I don't have this issue with Kabbalah. And why? Because the dragons kill me in Kabbalah. So my plateau in Kabbalah looks like this. And my plateau in working out looks like this. So how do I fix it? That's the body. Dealing with spiritual, mental, emotional, any kind of plateau for any subject or discipline that you need your skills and your brain for. Okay, metal grafting. I'd like to improve on how fast the best words can come into my mouth and not plateau with that either. Maybe I'm at a B level right now and I want to get to an A level. So we have a good metal graft. Make it tighter. Smaller cubes, more cubes. And then maybe we have a gradation effect. And maybe it plugs into all our vertebrae and through and up each vertebrae. And then maybe you make the agreement, yeah, I'll break through my plateaus in life. I don't want to break through my plateaus in life. And then you make these agreements and then the spikes pop through your head like they are growing new hair. Because you want to have new hair. And that hair grows all the way down to your feet. Oh, hair is such a plateau issue. Some people can only grow hair to there, and it will never grow any further down without looking like crap. Or it will never get thicker. So that's a physiological hair. And it doesn't matter if you're like 100 pounds or 400 pounds, your hair looks the same no matter who you are. Something you cannot improve, you can only buy a wig or get plugs. Hair is definitely a prison, and so is teeth. Oh, you had cavities. We need to learn how to repair that with magic. Because there are only so many times you can go to the dentist and get a cavity replaced. Or wait, a filling replaced. Without getting that tooth pulled out and then an implant put in. Nope, you don't want an implant because those are toxic. So there is a repair trap there. Teeth is an issue. So we need to break through these plateaus in life. Voice. I can sing, but I can only sing up to here. This is my range. Somebody's saying, I never want to get knife raped. Thank you for going through what you did and getting the A&R mark stuff going. Yes, that's an appropriate response. You're welcome. That is why I did this. I didn't mean to do it, but I did. I did do it. I meant to be a hero, and that is what I became. It doesn't always look as good as it feels on the inside, in your heart. Okay. Plateaus. So we got our metal grafts. And then we have these red sparkle dusts. And then they are the red dusts that fire burst into more red dust, into more red dust. They're firecracker charms. Breaking through plateaus. In the petri dish goo. And see if you can poop that out through the tail. I want to be charming and delightful and self-aware all at once. Okay. Plateaus also include money, bank account thresholds. Oh, I finally got $10,000 in my bank account. Now I can spend it all. Oh, I got $10,000 in my bank account again. Oh, I can spend it all. Okay, that's an issue. If it's a pattern, that's a plateau. Even if it's to invest, but it keeps you at this level. Mine was, oh, I got $2,000 in my bank account. Now I can go be homeless and spend all of it on metaphysical education. And then, oh wait, 6 months later, I can go get a job again, save up enough, and then leave my job for another 6 months. And it's the same pattern and the same cycle. And that's how I did it. Plateau. It's not very glamorous, is it? My left brain is starting to say, I would like more of a money brain. And it says, I will never build Hogwarts Sora. I will only do free classes. Hogwarts Sora has to be built, though. So I can lose all my power and then start again. And that's my pattern for infinity. So I need to break that. See how my issues reflect your issues in life? Maybe I'll figure out how to break past this. Okay, plateaus. This is an important mental body. Breaking through plateaus. Like everything. Okay. Red firecracker charm. This is also why we start the Kabbalah program with that red glitter candle. Because it's the red firecracker charm. Break through that pattern, break through that pattern, boom, 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 create new action, do not fall back, do not fall back, do not fall backwards, do not go backwards. Move forward, action, action, action. Action upon action upon action. So much you can't even think about it. You just do it. More word fumbles. Yay. Plateaus. Okay, next, metal grafting around the body. We have 2 more. We're almost done. Miasmas and lemon curd. Let me tell you something about Star. I have never met someone with more miasmas in their energy field than Star Fuentes. Miasma is a negative thought cycle that regurgitates the same old nonsense for infinity. Okay, so Star sends me shit in the astral planes, and I hear something about knife rape. Then I hear her respond, and she goes, "Oh, I'm not supposed to knife rape." And so she develops a sense of self-awareness around what she's doing in the astral plane. In the astral plane. And there's no self-correction. And then she knife rapes again. "Oh, I'm not supposed to knife rape." And then she has self-awareness around what she's doing in the astral plane, in the astral plane. And then she stabs again. "Oh, I'm not supposed to knife rape." And then she develops sense of self-awareness around what she's doing in the astral plane, in the astral plane. For infinity. For 9 months. That's how her astral energy behaves. "Oh, you murdered that guy." What guy? That guy on the motorcycle. How did I murder that guy? By not turning on your turn signal. And it's the same conversation. Day after day after day after day. And it ends up on Facebook. And there's evidence. And there's not 1 inch of forward movement. 0, in fact. 0. And all it does is consume me and my energy all day long for infinity, because Star needs to regurgitate the same old nonsense forever and ever and ever, and that shit needs to be Dracarist. But it's not about her shit, because that is obviously being Dracarist. Now you need to have some self-awareness that maybe somewhere in the sphere of reality, your astral energy might be repeating the same issues. Maybe not the same stuff, but the way she responds to the self-awareness surrounding, "Oh, I'm not supposed to do that." And then it's the same mistake. "Oh, I'm not supposed to do that." And then it's the self-awareness of the self-awareness in the astral plane. In the astral plane, and all you want is to create magic, but your own astral energy doesn't know how to self-correct. And then so remember, we have Demon in Hell 1, Demon in Hell 2, Demon in Hell 3, Demon in Hell 4. Those need to be written out just to get A&R marked. And then when you have your aura levels, then you might be really good. Maybe you'll be fucking phenomenal. So that will take care of it. But here we're going to create a mental body to repair those issues in the astral planes. And it's not the lower astral planes, it's the higher astral planes too. Believe me, because what is up is also down. And if Star's higher self actually cared at all about Star Fuentes, then Star's lower self wouldn't be going, "Knife rape. Oh, I'm not supposed to be doing that." Self-awareness about what she's doing in the astral plane. In the astral plane. Man, do I bomb deliveries when I laugh in the middle of them. But whatever. Okay. So, miasmas and lemon curd. So we're going to put on that lemon curd. I'm going to break through these patterns and clean them out. I will never regurgitate 51st dates to somebody every day, all day long. like an Alzheimer patient. Because I need to be a demon instead of divine. I need to tell you the same story all day long, every day. Oh, look, the same Kabbalah class. Oh, look, no new growth. Oh, that's just something that happens with age. It's a mental body issue, I can guarantee. So pooping that through the tail and through the tail spikes. I have a rule. If I say the same story to more than 3 people, then I have a problem. Same gossip story, same event story through the day, then I'm seeking attention instead of self-therapy. Somebody is responding to that statement. Oh my God, that's my whole reality. We're going to break that pattern, okay? That might help in life. I also have a rule that if I have a gossip story or an event story, there is a sense of wisdom or a Kabbalah teaching attached. That's the rule. I have a rule. If I have a zit on my face, I'm not allowed to pop it unless it looks like a volcano. And that prevents me from picking at my face. It's the same thing. You're allowed to have rules around how you talk in life and how you engage in the social world. I was a picking my face addict. Growing up, I would sit and pop for 3 hours. It was my way of cutting. So you're developing rules to break your illnesses inside. And that's a healthy thing. Charlie says 5 words a day at the max. Sometimes he doesn't even speak. I've said that before, but there's a Kabbalah teaching attached. Okay. Our lemon curd. Breaking through miasmas in the astral planes. Last. This is the last one. This helps with to-do lists, breaking through plateaus, miasmas, like anything. Baking friend pies or baking magic pies. This is the Gryffindor pie. This is the Ravenclaw pie. This is the Archangel Kamael is best friends with Lucifer pie in Malkuth. I'm baking Kelly a pie. She is Archangel Zodkiel pie. And then you're cooking. It's a ceremonial thing. And you put so much heart into it. And you put magic in the sugar. You put magic in the flour. And the way you roll the crust. and if it's burnt or not burnt, and what that even means, and what was the lesson. Did you watch it cook? Were you mindful? And you put all your hope and faith and trust and love and fear and doubt and worry, and you put it all in the pie. And you let heaven cook it with dragon fire. So, put on your metal mesh. And then we have the pie goo. Breaking through the muggle pie. You get that mesh on your tail. I'm going to tell you, while I was in the Clippeth getting knife raped, and Elaine baked me a Yoda Balls pie. I never ate one bite, but the love and the heartfulness and the sincerity around the magic traveled light years of my own development and rescued me and brought me up. Birthday pies. Make it a thing. I'm having a problem with this baking friend pies in the tail. It's coming through, it's coming through. Ah, there we go. It says, I have no love for myself, and that was fine. Someday I'll have love for myself. Okay. Have love for Isla, though. And McKenna. And some of my friends. Okay. So we have the baking friend pies. And you should feel coated and warm. Like a mixture of blueberry, warm blueberry sludge mixed with raspberry and blackberry was just poured over you with sugary crust involved. Cooked apple. The pie innards. Okay. We're going to take all this. We're going to times it by 50. Oh, wait, we should do a petri dish goo glue on top of the baking friend pies. And then we times it by 50. Up. Down. Forward. Back. And I realize I have very few students or clients because I didn't even have the mental capacity for that. I just had the mental capacity to put on a class. And now perhaps maybe I can build. I can take the class and then present it. Or build a new one. So we're going to go ahead and pour the virtue juice in between everything. We remember patience is a virtue. Forgiveness is a virtue. Acceptance is a virtue. So we can integrate with grace and humility, but also within an appropriate amount of time that's realistic and maybe fun. I'm hearing off in the background, oh my God, I'm so glad I got knife raped. And it was somebody who is bypassing their own guilt or shame around mine, that they can connect with me or like learn a lesson, or they don't feel like awkward. And that is such an inappropriate response. The better one is, I'm so grateful for my lesson after getting knife raped, because we don't want to teach kids to do that. We don't want to teach kids to empathize with our failures or tragedies by regurgitating or recycling through those same tragedies. I'm not so glad I got knife raped, but I'm really glad I can connect with Cully Run on that. Or I'm really glad that I don't feel guilty or shameful about what she went through. So there's that. Discernment is also a virtue. Okay, and then we're going to go up. And we're going to do the Ravenclaw lava lasagna, but with the Gryffindor lava. And the hot pink paste. 50 layers up and out and down and back. No, I don't want to think that I was in La La Land of a mental thought bubble that could be popped with lasagna. You should start to feel a clearing through your left brain. Down, back, and up. Yay. Porcupine out. Spikes out. Up. All through 50 layers. Down. And then it makes that metal mesh around the egg. And we're going to put a purple goo, but it's not that grape jelly goo. It's high intensity, like a purple sports car paint with purple glitter. High sheen. Purple goo. But the glitter is so refined it doesn't even exist. Healing the mental body. I can do everything on a soul level. Okay, last but not least, the 50 layers of Ravenclaw blue gels. And the pearl inlays with the Salvio Hexia honeycomb. Down, out, up, and back. And then maybe we coat it and let that purple goo from the outside sink in all the way through. It eats through the Ravenclaw lasagna with the Gryffindor honeycomb. Somebody's saying, this class is really hot. It is, and it will only get better. Okay, now we need a dragon. Burn that egg on the outside. I'm gonna have Charlie do mine. He's gonna put white marbling on the purple and make it look like charite. And then burn it. And Charlie's right. Except when he flumbles. Somebody says, that's where forgiveness belongs. For flumbles, not for knife rapists. And to a certain respect, absolutely. Like, we can't pretend somebody's above the wheel when they're not above the wheel. So there's a certain level of forgiveness that is always given to above the wheel. Always. Trustworthy teammate. And then there are the crimes committed against you from others that are below the wheel times a billion. I don't really know about ascending a planet into 5D where everyone else ends up confessed. That doesn't really say, is that even forgiveness? The confession part is the forgiveness, because then they don't get to get stabbed or something worse as a karmic response to them stabbing. They just get confessed. Unless they keep committing crimes. I don't know what to say. Okay, that's the end. Healing the mental bodies. Kali Ren out.